this is something that looks like a little bit like the Browns game on Sunday with the chance to stuck in reverse, but this is something that's absolutely crazy. It's from a middle school football game in Texas. You see, he just kind of walks up the line nonchalantly and then takes off and heads for the end zone. It's a touchdown that ended up tying the game at 6, and the game ended in a tie. I guess he told the center, he said, the officials want us to walk the ball up 5 yards, so he just casually hands the ball back and then strolls up the line. Nobody really caught on until he took off for the end zone. I guess you can't see the coach in the play, but he's on the sidelines and really acting it out as well. So a great play. I guess if football doesn't work out for him, the quarterback's Jason Garza. He might have a career in acting if the football thing doesn't work out for him. But just a crazy play.
That was a crazy play. Okay, ready? Fill in the blank. Imagine if somebody came up to you and said, dude, did you watch that game yesterday? Talking about that little game that we just watched a clip of. And you were there. What are you going to answer? You're going to say, whoa, that trick play was blank. How are you going to fill in that blank? What one word are you going to put in that blank to describe that play? Okay, ready? You might have said it was great. You might have said it was awesome. You might have even said it was terrific. And all of these words are great. They work just fine to finish the sentence, don't they? Because they all have similar meanings. Well, that's what we're talking about today. Words that have similar meanings. And words that have opposite meanings. We are talking about synonyms and antonyms. And I know a lot of you are probably sitting back saying, oh my gosh, we know these. We've been learning these since first grade. And you're absolutely right. But remember, we are here to review the skills that you have learned and kind of put them to good use in our readings to make sure that you guys are going to do really well at the end of the year with the Keystones. Okay, so we're starting simple. We're starting off with synonyms and antonyms, and then we'll move forward from there. You can read through this little spiel on the word skills unit. This is the beginning of our very first unit, and again, it's skilled based and it's all based on Keystone Prep. So synonyms and antonyms, let's bring us back to our topic at hand here. Why do we need to know synonyms and antonyms? Why are they so important? Well, knowing synonyms and antonyms helps you become a better reader and writer. Learning about synonyms and antonyms helps you build your vocabulary and learn shades of meaning. Okay, so that little key part there, shades of meaning. In other words, you can use the same word over and over again, or you can change your words so as not to sound repetitive, or you might be looking for a better word for the use that you need in your writing or even in your speaking. For instance, you might say to somebody, I need to go pick up my child from daycare today. And that's great. That's pretty simple. We all understand that. What if you said, I need to go pick up my brat from daycare today? Okay, the word child and brat, they're very similar. They both refer to short people. However, brat has a very negative connotation. Even though they have a very similar meaning, there's a different shade in there as far as your meaning when you change the word. So that's what we're looking at today. So let's look at the definitions. A synonym is a word that has a similar meaning to another word. An antonym, on the other hand, is a word with the opposite meaning to the other word. And I know a lot of you are saying, I know this, but sometimes I confuse which is which. So here's a little hint to help you along. Synonym means basically the same or a similar meaning, okay? And synonym and same both start with the letter S, okay? So synonym is the same. Antonym, on the other hand, begins with ANT, and if you've studied any prefixes, then you know that ANT or even ANTI, anti, means not or against. So an antonym is that opposite word, the not your word, or something that goes against the word that you have in question. Okay, so let's look at some examples of synonyms. So the first one we have here, we have terrified. We have this poor little girl. She looks terrified. You might also say that she's frightened or scared or petrified. What about this verb, give? Give can also mean to offer, reward, or assign. Okay, let's use that. I might give my neighbors some tomatoes. Or I might offer them some tomatoes versus here, I need you to take them. I've grown hundreds of them this year. I might reward somebody with a big fat, you got the biggest tomato in my garden because you're such a wonderful neighbor. Or maybe I'll assign, here's another definition or synonym for give. I might assign my children some duties of weeding the tomato garden. Okay, so all these different meanings for the word give. And the last one we have great, which can mean powerful, as in like a powerful leader. Superior. Think math, right? Which one is greater than or less than? So great can mean superior or more or higher, or it could even mean strong. All of these words are synonyms for the word great. So now it's your turn. Let's see if you can come up with some synonyms for these three words. We have brave, sad, and cry. Go ahead and you'll have 3 different boxes to click on where you can enter a synonym for brave, go to the second one, enter a synonym for sad, and then go to the third one and enter a synonym for cry. Okay, great. We will come back at the end of class and I'll actually show you how the Zaption program works, and you will be able to see all the different answers that people gave for synonyms for these 3 words. So let's look at antonyms. We have tall and short, opposite words, straight and winding, and then we also have below and above. Much better for your head to be above the water than below, right? Big difference there. Okay, so these should seem pretty easy. Again, this should all be review for you. So I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 more boxes over to the right there to let you come up with some antonyms for destroy, dirty, and under. Okay, great. So again, we will come back at the end of class and see what kind of antonyms you guys came up with. Remember, a synonym is a word that has a similar meaning to another word. An antonym is a word with the opposite meaning to another word. If you want to improve your vocabulary skills, reading comprehension, and writing ability, practice learning synonyms and antonyms. Also, know where you can find some if you need them for writing. Can anybody think of a place where you can find synonyms and antonyms? That's our bonus question. Okay, great job. If you have any questions, make sure that you write them down and bring them back to the classroom. We're going to go over the questions that were here in the lesson, and we'll do another practice or 2 together in class. That's it. I will see you back in class.